Hello, gorgeous souls. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Soul. And today we're going to speak about manifesting. Many of you might have heard the word manifested into your life, be open to receive, law of attraction. And you might not know what it means or how to do it. And also, maybe some of you already had sort of the downside from it when super high spiritual people, put that in exclamation mark, tell you, oh, you manifested that on yourself when you're down on the luck side or when something happens in your life. So we all have experiences we signed up for and we experience here on life. And there's not something you did wrong that this came up for you or that you did the manifesting things wrong. So today we really love to share about manifesting, being open, follow the bliss, feel the joy, and give you some insights and journey from us about manifesting, law of attraction. And always feel free to ask questions in the comments or come back to us if you love further insights. That was a long introduction. Welcome, Janet, to this episode.
Hi, Caroline. But this is a really exciting one. I'm sort of like an excited puppy here. Yeah, my puppy's asleep, but I'm like a bit excited because manifesting is a really wonderful topic. And there are certain, to me, and I know that we spoke about this earlier, is that there are certain things that you need to be aware of to make manifesting work. Isn't that right, Caroline?
Absolutely. Was there one thing you manifested in your life?
I think there's actually been a few things. When I kind of look back, and maybe when I wasn't aware of it, I believe that I manifested my husband because I actually had gone through a series of really bad relationships, and I had one that was really, really bad, like not a good place at all. And I stopped looking. I literally had said to the, before, I wanted to find a certain person who was, just like would love me, would make me, that would be an equal to me, that we could go and do things with, my soulmate. And it just wasn't happening. These guys were just so not, completely the opposite. And then when I stopped looking, within literally 6 weeks, I was out with some friends and happened to meet my now husband of almost 28 years out of the blue. And it was honestly, he was with two friends, and I remember him standing there, and it was as if the universe said, pick him. He's the one. Pick them. Pick him. It was like a sign. Pick him. He's the one. And I didn't even remember his friends. I just remembered Mark. And it was just like when I stopped looking and stopped, really
trying hard,
forcing it rather than allowing it. Then there you go. And yeah, we've been together at the end of this month 30 years.
Oh,
so it was the 17th of September, 30 years ago, we met. So there you go. So the universe helped to manifest my dear husband. So yes, what about you, Caroline?
Congratulations to you. And I always love when I see people being together for years, or, sometimes elderly couples, and they are so gentle and nurturing and supporting each other, really there for them. And I love that. I mean, always love gorgeous love stories, real life love stories, that they've been through thick and thin and through ups and downs, and they're still together, they're still committed. And I love that. And I think, a soulmate is something that probably many love to manifest, and for me too, I felt, and then that can be tricky with manifesting, and then, I mean, after my marriage ended and then I had another relationship and I felt, oh, this is it, and my true soulmate. And then back then I wasn't so spiritual yet, but it was, this is it. And then I felt like I have to stick to it, because this is it. And not seeing the red flags, of course, and then I had sort of like a really far distance relationship. I felt it was a relationship. It probably wasn't, and again, it was, this is it. This is now it, and it's really, like you said, sometimes because we are sort of so longing, we want it, or we want it a certain way or whatever, and then we're completely blocking ourselves and we feel we're manifesting it. And I tried things like writing it all out, thinking about it, dreaming about it, and but it's, and right now I'm in the perfect place, Do I meet another romantic partner? Yeah, lovely. Not perfect, I am happy either way. And I think that surrendering part of no matter the outcome and I'll be fine is probably helpful. That sort of that step back, like you said, no more, I'm done, you took that step back, and only by that you were now then open. Because while we're at it and then we're really craving things and we're, really clinging on to something, that's not manifesting, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're not making space for what is right for you by holding on to what's wrong for you. So absolutely. And I mean, Caroline, is there anything in your life that you have manifested?
That's a good question. And I asked you the same, yes. Probably my children. I always wanted children, and I had a hard time conceiving. I had endometriosis. And so that was really good. And I remember back then, before my first pregnancy, I dreamt of nursing a child, and I knew a baby would come, you just sort of know. And and I had my 3 kids, and I think that's truly manifesting, because it happened and I was open for it.
Exactly, because manifesting is creating, and you can't create anything more than giving life, can you? I mean, that is a true gift. That is a true gift. I mean, there's another story I want to share with you as well. Is as a child, on occasions, maybe around Christmas time, or if it was a birthday or whatever, my dad would buy my mum a box of chocolates. And they'd be like this big box of chocolates. And we always had like a lovely picture on the front of them. And I remember one that had this beautiful chalet, wooden chalet in the mountains with beautiful flowers. And I sat and kept looking, because we didn't have houses like that where I grew up. It absolutely held my fixation as a child. And I remember, I think I even cut the picture out and kept it for a while. It probably got lost along the way, but I really connected with it. Now, as a child, I didn't know about ask and believe and receive and all of that part of manifesting, but there was something about it. So, and then it's all forgotten. It was all forgotten until living in Switzerland, my husband and I ended up living in that picture chocolate box chalet in the mountains. And it's actually when we put like the geraniums in the summer, and I remember driving up and I went, that's off the chocolate box. And it really did feel like had come true. I mean, I had completely forgotten about it, but then it brought back that memory as a child, the chocolate box with the picture. And it just like gave me goosebumps. I've even got goosebumps now thinking about it, because it really, that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a similar experience when I was sort of driving around with my sleeping child in the car. And then I had a name of a town and I thought, oh, that's a nice name, you know. And then years later, I lived there. Sort of, yeah, it's sometimes is it manifesting, or is it sort of like inside intuition speaking, like this is the place to be? We never know. But I love these stories, especially as children. We are so open, you know, and it also shows how uplifting just a picture can be, and how much joy it can bring, or how much dreaming, you know. Manifesting is also sort of like daydreaming, living as if it already happened, as it's right here,
Right
now. Sort
Agree.
of like, yeah, living in that chalet, what am I doing, you know? And do you have any inside tips? What helps you? How do you manifest?
I have to say, I've probably not been very, very good at it lately, but it's something that's really come back up again into my focus. And to me, it's setting the intention, and do that around the new moon, that and I would write it down and try and be as specific. And as you say, in the present tense, in the current moment, because that's how divine works, is we're all in the here and now. And then I would maybe create like a vision board. So there's a visual image of that. So it's like the chocolate box image, that you have something to visually focus on. And then it's just feeling into it. Like that sort of, and I think that when I was first introduced to law of attraction and manifesting, it was like this is what the steps you need to do. And it just didn't seem to work. And I kind of went, I don't get it. And now, through my spiritual growth and development, I realize it's about the feeling. It's the energetic connection. It's the vibrational energy. And that's really a big part of that. So that's a couple of things I do. What about you, Caroline?
Yeah, and like you said, it's definitely, you know, the vibrational match, you know,
Yes.
when we feel good, when we feel uplifted, then we're in a good vibration, higher vibration, and the universe matches it. But of course, when we're sort of dark, and then we feel like everything goes wrong, and there's the perfect saying, like in English, it never rains, it only pours. You know, like, oh, another thing goes wrong and another thing, and then you're in that downward spiral.
Yeah.
So definitely it's about the feeling, that energy you vibrate. Definitely writing out is something I do myself. So, and it's important to present tense and no negatives, sort of not, I don't want this, or it won't rain. Say it's sunshine is coming down, and be as bloomy and deep as it goes. Because yeah, the universe doesn't hear the negative. So if I tell you don't think of a pink panther, what are you thinking of? A pink panther, of course. Yes. So yes. Always in the positive, always in the present tense, and yeah, imagine as it has. So for me, also sitting in the morning or in an afternoon, taking 5 minutes time to just dream into it, you know, get into that feeling, like you said, that feeling of it's already here and how good it feels, and visualize it, you know, dream about it, how it is. And also you can sort of, what I do with my clients is have them sort of share a full day where would you wake up? What would it be? Who would be with you? You know, how would your lunch be? Where would you go? You know, all these kind of things of your dream life or whatever you are manifesting. You know, let's go back to the soulmate. That, yeah, what would you do with him? How would it feel? Where would you go? You know, and all these kind of things, and just getting into that feeling. And yeah, asking the angels and the universe for help, because what I also do is for this or something better. You know, sometimes our imagination can't be good enough. And I think if we sort of too narrow it down for a soulmate, if we say he has to be from Italian descent, dark hair, dark eyes, you know, rather go on the qualities like a gentle soul, a supportive man, laughing, than going down into specifics. I think it's better to have it more wide open about the general sense of things.
Exactly. It's not the package.
Exactly, it is. And it's sort of,
the
yeah, it's the inside. Of course,
inside.
the outside sometimes does matter too, but it's just, yeah, how it makes you feel about that, you know, and yeah, keeping it positive. I think that's the thing. And yeah, these are the couple of things I think we are very similar of how to manifest, or best ways of manifesting. And again, detach. You know, I think if we constantly go like, oh, it hasn't happened yet, oh, hopefully today, oh, it hasn't happened, oh, tomorrow, and then we get further down in a more negative, lower energy vibration, and we are not really excited or open about that. And I always say, and I know you love that, follow your bliss.
Yes.
And I think just do the things that bring you joy, because you never know where you, keep the example of soulmate, where you might meet him or her. So be open, follow the bliss, do things you love that bring joy to you, because yeah, you might meet him at the supermarket, and if you're going, but if you're sort of like, yeah, well, let's the apple or this or that, it's different. Or maybe you love hiking and you go on a hiking tour and you meet them. You never know how the universe works, and that's the thing. And detach from the outcome, be happy anyway, you know, do the things you love and not wait or expect certain things to happen, because
Exactly.
it works in magical unexpected.
Exactly, because I sort of just had the vision of sort of sitting, waiting by the door, waiting for the delivery. And it doesn't quite work that way, because, you know, there is divine timing. And it's also as well, the universe will deliver for your highest good and the highest good of others. So what you think is maybe the best thing for you, the universe might just say, well, actually, that's not quite the right thing, but we're going to give you this instead, which is much better for you. So be a little bit more flexible about things and know that it is for your highest good. Because I think that was another thing, is that, you know, you expect that sort of to arrive in the gift box and open the bow and there it is inside. Not quite like that. But when it does arrive and you suddenly realize that's it, it's been delivered, it's such an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and often you don't realize it till afterwards, you know, like the house, all of a sudden, oh yeah, actually this is the house. And I mean, I was just thinking about an Amazon order, you know, you just order it and then it arrives in the box and everything. But yeah, life happens when you're out there enjoying things or busy doing other things. And I think that's important. Sitting at home waiting for the perfect delivery, yeah, might be nice, but you haven't lived. Live enjoy
Exactly.
life, follow your bliss, and be open to the possibilities and the opportunities out there. Might it be for soulmate, for entrepreneur opportunity, for anything, you know, like-minded friends or topics that are really close to the heart of my clients at the moment too, you know.
Yes.
It's just people that you can truly be yourself, that have similar interests, that are spiritually open, and that don't look at you like, what is she talking about?
As well, we find each other. And that was the other thing, it just popped into my mind as well, is to sort of that the, you know, when the student is ready, the master or the guru, the expert turns up, so the teacher turns up. So also be aware of those sort of things as well, because as you sort of say, when you're looking for something or you require something and it is in your mind, I mean, that is a form of manifesting. You're putting that request out into the universe. And then you probably have forgotten that you did that. And then you'll be going, oh, actually, this has just come through. That's exactly what this is like the synchronicity of things, you know, the timing. So the signs that, you know, things are on their way. So there's so much more, because I think people just go, we see so much online, money manifestation, and it just sounds like you tick these boxes and you know, that it all going to happen. But I don't feel that it works like that. To me, as you sort of say, you need to be open, and that's open-hearted, open soul connection. It's where you're connected, where you're from that point of love. I think love is the key that unlocks that manifestation or manifesting. There's that, you know, it's not just a set of processes that need to be done. There's that energy, the love energy, as you say, following your bliss. These are all so important things to manifesting. And I'm sure if you want to know more, we're here for you.
Absolutely. And like you said, love has a great energy, and loving life, loving yourself, you know, and then more love will come. And there was something else, but I just lost my
attitude is another part of that as well.
Yeah, attitude. And like you said, sometimes we wish for something and then it's good to forget to detach, you know, and maybe go on and something and not constantly just only thinking about that. Because like you said, we never know in what form it will come. And the highest good of all. And sometimes we might be ready, but maybe the other side isn't ready. So maybe it takes a little while, and just, follow your bliss and keep positive thoughts, positive energy, clear your energy regularly, uplift yourself by, the good things that are already here. I think gratitude is also part of that, because you get into that heart soul connection.
Absolutely.
And trust your path.
Trust is an important part of the process. I say process, but I mean that in a very loose way. And I also feel that the more you're connected to your own spirituality, the truth of who you are, you become less, let's say, asking for things, because you just are trusting that the universe will give you what you need at the right time, which I think is also, you've less expectations, and you have a more relaxed approach to living, because
and that's true, because whatever we manifest, actually we are saying that's lacking in our life, but there's nothing lacking, you know, we are perfect the way we are, and trusting the good things or anything we need right now will
Flow to us.
arrive and come.
Hey.
I love the word manifesting and law of attraction, and yeah, play with it. Listeners, viewers, just play with it. Don't take it too seriously. I think that's another thing. If it's sort of like, yeah, like you said, the 4 tick boxes, to-do list, and then we can get into, oh, I'm not manifesting. Yeah, I'm not doing it right. I'm not manifesting enough, but yeah, go with the flow and play with it, and just look after yourself, your heart and soul, and all will be good in your life. Any more words on manifesting, or shall we?
I think we could have so much longer of a talk on this, but I think what we've done, we've shared our experiences, we've shared some tips on how to do this. If any of our listeners or viewers want to know more, definitely reach out and connect with us. We're more than happy to share more with you, because it is amazing, as you say, when you suddenly realize, oh, I actually manifested that. Wow, it actually worked. It's quite a good feeling. But it's also so much more than that. It is about living your authentic truth, and manifesting is part of that, as we've said. So Caroline, next week, what's the topic?
Spirituality. Another big topic, but I think we'll just, share our stories. I mean, we are all spiritual beings, but we forgot. And then we sort of reawakened in a way. But spirituality is a great topic. So if you have any questions for that topic, leave us insights and we can sure include that next week. So thank you so much for being here with us. And we always love to connect and share topics to our heart and soul content.